Hi.
Yeah, hi.
Oh,
Good
you look
afternoon.
so cute.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
You look
the
good
boss.
yourself.
Thank you, the boss lady herself, Katrina.
Thank you.
So let's get straight into it. Your Big Brother Niger experience. I feel like a whole lot of people think that this is what the show looks like on TV, but they don't really understand what it's like in the house. So talk to us about that. How was it, dealing with 19 other people? What was that like, being in the same house with 19 other different personalities?
Coming to Big Brother's house, like I have never lived in a house with so many people before from different backgrounds and different ideas. Um, Big Brother's house is it's home, and that's why it's so difficult for anyone to want to go out, want to go back home.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But just living with so many people is not easy. You have to. I don't know how someone will just go into Big Brother's house with strategy, because it's not easy living in that house for that
Okay.
long with strategy. I the whole experience for me has been great. I showed myself in the house, even though
Mm,
I wasn't given enough time to actually explore the house and
okay.
the show. But I am grateful for the platform.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Now, you spoke about strategy. Are you saying that you went into the house with no strategy at all? You didn't think,
Mm,
okay, this was going to happen.
I had in my head, I was going into the house and I'll be like, um, I'll be a sweet person, I'll be nice and caring, and but after 2 weeks of lockdown, being on isolation before
Yeah,
going into
going
brother's
into the
house,
house. Yeah.
everything just flew out the window, man. Like
So
I
you
got
were
into the
your
house,
true self.
I was my true self, Jared. I was
Okay.
just there. Everything that happened in the house is who I am, and yeah.
Okay. Do you feel like you were misunderstood though, as being bossy, with the cooking thing and all of that? Do you think that the cooking thing also contributed to that?
Cooking is something that I love doing, and if I cook for you, I expect you to at least appreciate it.
Okay.
I wasn't bossing anyone around. I was just being in control. Like I don't it's just in me. Wherever I find myself, it just comes out. I love to be in control, and I like I said, I love cooking. And when I cook for the housemates, they just feel like, okay, they'll eat and leave the plates there, and it wasn't working for me. So
Okay.
I was older than most of the housemates, so
Okay.
I deserve some respect from them. If I cook for you, you appreciate it and you do your dishes, and they were not ready to do that, so I had to.
Okay, okay. Do you feel because some of the housemates have said that you felt like you were momming them. Do you feel like that comes to you naturally and maybe you were momming them?
Yeah, I'll agree to that.
Okay, okay. All right, so let's talk about the dynamics of the house. Who would you consider the most genuine in the house? That is just a literally genuine person.
I would say Lekun.
Lekon, okay. Yeah, okay.
I feel the guy Joe, just he just did a free spirited person.
Okay, all right,
And
that
even
makes
for the
sense.
house, I felt like that. I felt like that about him in the house. Then now I'm out looking at everything. I still feel say,
You still
nah,
feel
the
like
guy, yeah,
the
he's a
correct
cool
guy.
guy, correct.
All right, that makes sense. That makes sense. Like you said, when you came into the house, you wanted to just sell the Katrina name, the Katrina brand. That was all you were about. Do you think that you were able to do that, bearing it in mind that you didn't stay so long?
My darling, being on Big Brother platform is enough sales
Oh,
already.
okay. All right.
Being on the stage that very night of the
Okay.
premiere is everything. Being the top 20 to get into the Big Brother's
Yeah.
house,
It changed
man, is
everything.
like
Okay.
like people turn celebrity in just 1 minute of making the viral
Exactly.
video. I had 2 weeks in Big Brother's house, and I believe I have the platform that I always wanted.
Okay. So what are you going to do with that? This platform that has been given to you. I mean, it's 2 weeks and it's sad, but it's like a whole lot of people have seen what you can do and what you can offer. So what are you going to use that?
I am an entrepreneur. Like I'm a businesswoman. I am into two things at the moment. I'm into property investment, and I have my fashion brand. I'm also thinking about starting my reality talk show to connect more with my
Ooh,
fans. So
okay.
yeah, I'm working on my brand. Yeah, to start up my fashion company like I've
Oh,
always wanted to.
oh, okay. So let's expect great things from Katrina. All right. So now let's talk relationships in the house. Did you think that you were going to get particularly close to anybody in the house, or you just zeroed that from
Mm,
your mind?
I was close to everyone in the house, but I wasn't really, really attached to anyone in
Okay.
the house.
Did you fancy anybody, like romantically fancy any guy in the house?
I did not because I am not open to such relationship. I
Okay.
have a whole lot ahead of me to achieve, and having a relationship with a young guy that has a whole life ahead of him is not what I want to do. So
Okay.
I also made that point very clear the very first
Yes, you
night
did.
in,
Yeah.
and I don't think any of the guys came onto me that light.
Okay.
I was only close to Lucy, my
Mm-hmm.
girl, and Dorothy. Yeah.
Minority. Okay, that makes sense. Now, you did say that you did not intend to have a relationship in the house. You cleared that out, which is why it caused a lot of speculation online when people assumed that things went down under the duvet with praise. Now, what do you have to say about the whole situation with praise?
This is now like music. I just wish we could just talk about more of selling myself and my brand and moving forward. This
Which is why I
praise
focused
song
on
is not
that.
like it's not like national anthem. I
I
have
understand.
said it repeatedly. Nothing happened under the duvet. I am praised our close friends. I am praised we're a cuddle body in the house. Everyone in the house had someone they were close to that they sleep together because Big Brother's house is very, very cold.
Okay.
And nothing happened. Yes, we were close that very night. We smooshed and he touched my ears, and there was nothing. There was no sexual intercourse, and I've
Intercourse.
been trying to make people understand that.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand you that you're saying it now, but you would understand where the viewers are coming from because, they did see a lot of movements and people assume that, okay, you probably
My
wanted to get some.
darling, my darling, my darling, if you watch the show, you will know that Praise rolls his waist everywhere.
Yeah,
Sometimes
yeah.
he will just get on his bed, and just do moves. So, and we play a lot, we dance a lot together. We were just cuddling how he was doing his thing.
Oh, okay.
There was no sexual intercourse.
Well, you guys have heard it. Katrina says there was no sexual intercourse. We're going to have to take her word for it, okay? So now let's move away from that. Let's talk about the other relationships in the house. Whose relationship would you consider genuine in the house? And do you think that any of the relationship was even genuine?
I wouldn't say the relationships were genuine, but the only person I feel was really genuine about how she felt about Eric was Lilo. I call her Lilo. Her
Lovely.
name is Lilo.
Okay.
Um, she's a very sweet girl, right in the house. Like, I don't think we ever had issues. And I noticed she actually felt a genuine affection for Eric,
Oh,
but I wasn't
okay.
sure about Eric. And I spoke to her a few times at the house. And now that she's out, like, she's seen everything I told her. And yeah, moving forward. V and
I
Neil
knew.
on the other hand. I wouldn't say the relationship is genuine. I just feel V needed someone to be close to, and my G, based on what we've discussed,
Okay.
I believe he knows what he's doing, and
He's doing.
outside the house there'll be no relationship at all.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, speaking of discussions, Nengi came up a lot in, you and your girls' discussion, you, Lucy, and Dorothy, the vibe. I even call you guys there's a nickname for you guys, the girls of the Big Brother Niger house. So, Nengi came up a lot as a topic of discourse. Why is that?
Where throwing yourself at men and leading them on, then at some point you will just walk away. It wasn't working for me because we've been on lockdown, we've been on isolation for 2 weeks, and during all the whole process, no one has actually had like sexual intercourse for a long time. Then we got into the house and you're throwing yourself at this man that they're actually vulnerable. When you lay them on and they touch you, in some places you don't like, you will not cry to Big Brother and they'll disqualify this guy. So it wasn't working for me. Her strategy was just so.
What do you think of the Ozo Nengi Dorothy situation?
I am so grateful that I actually spoke to Ozo before leaving the house, because I feel Ozo is a nice guy. But out now looking at him, I just feel that that's his own strategy in the house.
Okay.
But I spoke to him about it. I feel he genuinely likes Dorothy. He genuinely likes Dorothy because she's a sweet person and she's lovable. But Nengi, on the other hand, she keeps throwing herself at men and leading them on. So he likes Nengi's body and everything. But I just feel, I told him, like, you have to make the right decision. Like, you don't have no future with Nengi outside the Big Brother's house. You should know that she's flirting with you, she's flirting with Prince, she's flirting with everyone in the house. But Dorothy is reserved, and you guys flow well. So if you feel some kind of way, it's time for you to just come out the way. Yeah, the same way you came out and say you're attracted to Nengi, say it openly, and I promise you, my girl Dorothy will give you all the attention you need.
So you think that there's a possibility of something happening between Dorothy and Ozo?
I'm not talking about anything sexual or anything, but I just feel if Ozo just try and control himself and just pull away from Nengi and give Dorothy all the attention she needs in the house, I just feel outside the house they are going to be, they'll do well as friends. If it's resort to relationship or something deeper,
now looking back in the house, at your stay in the house, what's the one thing you wish you could change?
Nothing.
You don't even think, oh, okay, maybe I could have acted like this at a certain point. Maybe I couldn't have fought.
Darling, my darling, everything you guys saw in Big Brother's house is who Katrina is, and I have no regrets whatsoever.
All right, that makes sense.
Yeah, thank you very much, the Boss Nation. Shout out to the Katrina first. I am so grateful to everyone who supported me, voted for me, wished me well while I was in the house, and I'm so grateful. Now I am out, and I need your love and your support to continue to follow me on my social media page, official Katrina. Katrina is spelled Ka3 as a number and A. Thank you very much, and I love you all. Mwah.
We love you too.
All
right, thank you so much for doing this with me. I hope that we're expecting big things from Katrina. So I'm optimistic that you're going to surprise us and do us well. Okay.
Too exclusive TV.